Today we're at Chicago's fabulous Navy Pier. Come on.
Navy Pier opened in 1916 and extends over a half a mile out into beautiful Lake Michigan, offering a variety of entertainment, cultural, and recreational activities and attracting millions of visitors annually. Key attractions include the Centennial Ferris Wheel, which provides stunning views of the city and lake, the Chicago Children's Museum, the Chicago Shakespeare Theater, the new Sable Hotel, and the historic Aon Grand Ballroom at the east end of the pier.
So just a brief rundown. This used to be called Municipal Pier up until the World War II. Sometime after that it was renamed Navy Pier because the U.S. Navy actually trained their aircraft carrier pilots in World War II right here in Lake Michigan. They took a couple of old battleships or something from the World War I, and they actually put carrier decks on them and trained the U.S. Navy flyers right here in Lake Michigan from this pier. George Bush, one of the presidents, the senior, actually trained here and flew off these carriers here. When I was a kid, I came here when I was in grammar school. I have no idea what year it was, but it was in the 60s. Yikes. This was a real working pier with ocean-going ships here, and they were unloading stuff. There were railroad tracks out here that carried the goods and stuff back to wherever, but it was pretty cool. And then it kind of shut down, fell into disuse. At some point, Mayor Jane Byrne decided that Chicago Fest was going to be located here, which it was for a very short time because it grew way too big, but it was pretty cool for a while. So behind me, there's the this thing where all the birds are, this little pier. It's called the Government Pier. It's remnants of a pier. It's just about one bunch of wooden pilings. A couple of years ago, the lake level was so high that was actually underwater. So if you were a boater, you needed to know that was there because it wasn't really that clearly marked here. It was marked on the boaters' charts, but you had to know it was there. Otherwise, you could just sink your boat. And then, of course, behind us there is the Chicago locks, which raise and lower the boats from the lake to the river, because the water level is different because the river flows in reverse.
Just celebrating their 3rd anniversary on the pier is Hilton's beautiful Sable Hotel, featuring 223 rooms and suites, all with unbelievable lake and skyline views, a coffee shop, the Lyrica restaurant, and if that's not enough, take in the spectacular evening views and cozy up around a fire pit at Offshore, the world's largest rooftop bar at over 20,000 square feet. And did you know that the Chicago Shakespeare Theater is actually 3 theaters? So, get a room next door, eat, drink, and be merry, and see a show.
Behind me is the tall ship Windy, which we've been on, and it's an absolutely really cool lake cruise. You go out there under power, and then they shut the engines off, and you can actually help put the sails up. So you sail around out there for a while, and they do like pirate stuff and stuff like that. A cool thing to do.
There's a ton of dining options, from casual to upscale restaurants, and lots of seasonal events, including twice a week summer fireworks, boat rides for every style and budget, art shows, music festivals, weddings, graduations, and all types of special events. With its combination of scenic views, cultural offerings, and family-friendly activities, it's no wonder why Navy Pier is Chicago's #1 top tourist destination.
Look what I found. Tamales! Perfecto!
The historic Grand Ballroom at the end of the pier, which has hosted many special events over the years.
The lighthouse behind me is pretty iconic for the city. It's been there forever. It is, of course, not manned anymore, but it used to be. Some guy was actually talking about buying it a couple of years ago from the city or the Coast Guard or whomever, and making like a bed and breakfast or hotel out of it or something. I don't know that that's ever going to happen, but it was an idea that was floated. Get it? Floated.
Did I mention that there is no admission charge to get onto Navy Pier? Yep, it's free. Absolutely free. So come on out, relax, walk, people watch, take in the sights and sounds. There's nothing like it, and it's a gem of our lakefront.
Did you know that there's a real anchor from a real American warship over right here at Navy Pier? This anchor is from the USS Chicago, which was, well, there was a bunch of them, but this particular ship was commissioned during World War II, saw action there, saw action all the way through Vietnam. It was decommissioned sometime in the 60s. The anchor's here right now. There is a USS Chicago still, but now it's a nuclear submarine. So now we're on the north side of the pier, kind of the crappy side for now anyway, because there's nothing over here except the entrance to the parking. But they're going to build a marina behind me right here. It's called a transient marina, so it's not permanent docking, but like you can get your boat from wherever, come over here, have lunch, stay at the hotel for a few nights. It's going to be pretty cool. Supposedly they're going to start and finish it next year, so we'll see. On the other side of the channel over there is the water filtration plant. That is where all the water for Chicago comes from. It comes from these cribs out in the 2 miles out in the lake. They pump it into the filtration plant right there, and that's where they filter it and ship it out to the rest of the city.
We hope you enjoyed our little morning at Navy Pier and maybe learned a thing or two. Come on out and experience this absolute masterpiece on our lakefront. Bring the kids. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff for them to do. Plenty of people watching, relaxing, walking, anything you want. And if you enjoyed our video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave any comments below. Thanks again.